21 homes you won't believe exist. 21. For the Love of Shoes. Built in 1948 by Machlon Haynes, the shoe house was a great display of the owner's flamboyant personality. He used it as an extra way to advertise his shoe shops. He had over 50. He never stayed in the shoe, but was very generous by having 38 elderly couples stay in the shoe each year, being waited on and served, and all of them leaving with brand new shoes. 20. Bring out the bubbly. This jaw-dropping home is the Bubble House, designed by renowned architect Antti Lovag and was owned by Pierre Cardin. Many legendary and mind-blowing parties were hosted at this funky home. The house is just outside of Cannes, built in the 80s, and is almost 13,000 feet. The house has 28 round rooms, and even the beds are round. I really wish I was a fly on the wall during some of these parties. 19. Home is where the art is. You would be the most popular kid in school if you lived in this house. Designed by Mexican architect Javier Senosian, it's the home of a family with 2 young children. Called the Nautilus House, the shell-shaped house is described as bioarchitecture, which is an idea that buildings resemble organic forms, helping us to create harmony and balance with nature. 18. May you always have shells in your pockets and sand in your shoes. This remarkable home is the Conch Shell House in Mexico and is classed as the most beautiful home on Isla Mujeres. Designed by one of Mexico's most well-known artists, Octavio Ocampo, this home offers the residents a 180-degree view of the Caribbean Ocean. The entire home is themed around shells, with some parts being made from coral and upcycled shells. 17. More than meets the eye. What may look like someone's idea of a fun project, the Upside Down House in Simbach, Poland, has a very symbolic meaning. It symbolizes the fall of communism in Poland and how everything turned upside down. It took 114 days to build, and the workers had to take constant breaks as it was quite nauseating to be inside. Visitors are reported as getting seasick after being inside the Upside Down House. 16. Off the grid. Imagine your hubby came home one day and said, "Babe, I think I want to dig a massive hole into a hillside so we could all live happily ever after. I think you might just run for the hillside." Not this family. In fact, while Simon Dale was digging and constructing, his wife and 2 toddler children camped in the countryside nearby. Simon did everything himself with no experience at all, and it cost just £3,000. It took 4 months to complete the project, and the family are well settled and very happy. I would be a bit concerned about my home becoming a bit of a tourist destination. 15. Yabba Dabba Doo. Built in 1974, the House of Stone is based in Portugal. According to reports, the house has no electricity and the homeowners use candlelight. The house has a massive fireplace. I'm pretty sure they need that in wintertime. A swimming pool carved into the stone and logs as their staircase. Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to spend just a night in this house? 14. The Emperor's New Clothes. You could say this house was totally naked. Japanese architect So Fujimoto designed this 914 square foot apartment. The apartment is associated with living in a tree. Like a tree has many different branches creating different levels, so does the transparent house, also known as House NA. There are 21 floor plates, all at different heights, creating a most unusual yet interesting floor plan. No word on how they bath, dress, make love in this transparent house though. 13. Only skinny people allowed, because this apartment is only 48 inches wide. It's the world's narrowest house based in Warsaw, Poland. It's called the Carrot House and was designed by an architect in Poland. The tiny structure will serve as a base for traveling writers, and the first writer to stay there was Edgar Carrot from Israel. Wouldn't it be amazing if this property was listed on Airbnb? 12. Backside, frontside, grind and kickflip, all in the comfort of your own home. Skateboarder's Paradise. A skateboard house is the vision of Pierre-André Senizagouras, a pro skater and former world champ. It was said to be built in Malibu, and one could skate on any surface or in any area of the house, inside or outside. I'm sure there will be plenty of sketchy tricks being done here, and loads of bailing. 11. At a snail's pace. We head to Bulgaria, where we visit the Snail House. Built in 2008, it's been built with environmentally friendly materials, and not one single brick has been used in the process. It has no straight walls, no edges, and no corners, and no occupants. It's become a bit of a tourist attraction in Bulgaria. 10. Up, up and away. She must have a passion for flying because this lady bought a plane for around $2,000. She then spent a further $24,000 renovating it and is now the proud owner of a Boeing 727 house. The cockpit has a jacuzzi, you use a garage remote to open the stairs, sounds odd, I know, and there is a bathroom on the plane in perfect working condition. I wonder if we went to visit, we would get served some cocktail peanuts and sparkling water. 9. Life's a journey. Enjoy the ride. This is the Wachlerator Auto Residence, designed by Marcus Wachlerator, and he built this house for his wife and children. He says it wasn't the easiest job to complete, but in the end he got it right. Life is too short to buy boring cars and live in boring houses. 8. Life is a song. Just when you thought you couldn't be surprised again, here's the most incredibly beautiful dwelling located in China. It's shaped like a grand piano and a violin and was built in 2007 by architectural students. The violin has an escalator inside which gives you access to the building. It's not occupied at the moment, but I think any musician with truckloads of cash may be purchasing this beautiful property very soon. 7. Be careful you don't get sucked in. Dan Havel and Dean Ruck, artists from Texas, must have had a grand time smashing in these homes. They then took the wood and placed the wood at very odd angles to create this tunnel-like vortex effect. These were just temporary structures, as it would be impossible for anyone to actually live like that, but it is incredible what the imagination can conjure up. 6. E.T. is home. It's not a spaceship, but rather a bioclimatic solo house found in France. It's three-dimensional, so keeps cooler during the summer and warmer during the winter. It reminds me of a giant spinning top. All that is needed is a giant piece of rope. 5. No place like home. This is the Mushroom House, and it was designed by Terry Brown. You have to give him credit for his imagination. It's found in Ohio, and he wanted the building to look like it was part of nature, so he used many bits and bobs from their natural environment. Building began in 1992 and took around 14 to 15 years to complete with the help of his students. It looks more like a haunted house from a fair. All you need is a ticket, a soda, and candy floss, and you're all set. 4. Something out of a fairy tale. I see this house in a movie like Tinkerbell or something of a similar vein. It's called the Crazy House, and it's actually a guest house based in Vietnam. The initial perception is of course a tree, but on closer inspection you will find animals, spiderwebs, mushrooms, and even caves. Visitors have often drawn similarities to Walt Disney and Salvador Dali. It's listed on many travel websites and travel guidebooks as one of the most bizarre buildings in the world. Definitely something to add to your bucket list. 3. Looks can be deceiving. This home looks pretty boring from the outside, but wait till you get inside. It's any child's dream come true, and grown-ups too. It's a 3-story home designed by Japanese studio-level architects. A slide connects all 3 levels. It also features a room where air is pulled through the floor, allowing the kids to play with these multicolored floating balls. 2. No need to worry about the neighbors. Built in 1968, a group of men came together and between them decided the ideal spot to build a home would be on a rock, on a river. Yes, they did. No, I have no idea if they were under the influence, but whatever it was, this is probably the most isolated house ever. He definitely won't be asked to borrow a cup of sugar. 1. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Not SpongeBob this time, as this pineapple is on dry land. Pineapples were such exotic fruits during the 18th century that this very wealthy homeowner had to show off his wealth by creating a pineapple on his house. Doesn't he know no one likes a show-off? Which of these houses would you most like to spend a night in? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos just like this. Thanks for watching.